Right, we are continuing to stretch who we are and what we can do as a city here on PughAndYou.com and really all of our forms of media to let you know that we really do need to reshape Detroit, and there is one community on the east side that is already doing it. It's a program or really a movement, a grassroots movement with data called LEAP, the Lower East Side Action Plan. And with me now is one of the masterminds behind LEAP is Khalil Ligon. And so LEAP is a what? It's a grassroots effort?
Yes, it is. It's a grassroots community planning project. And what we are essentially trying to do is equip residents to do a community plan, to reimagine their areas in terms of how to reuse vacant land, how to see vacant land as an asset, if you will, and how to use vacant land and property to stabilize neighborhoods and reimagine these areas where there are high levels of abandonment and vacancy.
Because, you know, we all live here, love here, but we've got a lot of vacant buildings, vacant houses, vacant land, and we want somebody to do something about it. But we are that somebody,
right,
which is what LEAP. So who are y'all? I mean, it's a bunch of organizations that have come together, a bunch of individuals. I mean, how did you decide that you wanted to do this? Because I want to use this video to inspire other folks to action, to contact you, find out how you organize. But who are you, and how did you really get this movement going?
It started with community-based organizations that are already working on the Lower East Side and facing the realities that were surmounting against them in terms of the increases in blight, increases in vacancy. And these groups came together and said, what can we do? How can we begin to collaborate and partner together?
This is a beautiful map here just to explain what your target area is.
We're focusing on is Mount Elliott to the west, all the way east to Alta Road, to the Detroit River at the south, and East Warren at the north. And this is for our Phase 1 project.
Okay, and explain, so you have photos of certain uses of the land in your target area. That's what this is about, what to do with that space, those buildings, those properties. Okay.
And how to make things better for those 39,000 that remain, and equipping them to look at more than just what they see on a day-to-day basis, but looking at information, looking at data, and being able to make the critical choices that have to be made so that we can deal with this issue and still, you know, improve and maintain quality of life.
I've always been attracted to this LEAP concept and CDAD's framework that LEAP has now decided to embrace. So I think other communities should take the leap. Boom, boom, shh, thank you, and here are we. And do this. Should this be the framework that the city should use to kind of reshape and redesign the whole city?
I think so, because there is such a range and it can address really all of our critical issues. So we understand that we're not going to try to build the city back up to accommodate 2 million people.
Right.
That's not the reality. And what this CDAD tool does is equip us with a tool where we can essentially deal with these issues on a community by community basis and allow people to plan for their communities at the neighborhood level, because that's the way they use that space. They don't often see it from the larger scale that the city has to operate by. The city has to look at the global whole, and the communities can focus in on theirs, and then how can we, you know, bridge the gap between these two areas. The great thing about the vacancy that we have in the city of Detroit is you can have all that right in a municipality, right down the street.
In the same neighborhood.
Right down the street from Ford Field and Comerica Park, and you know, you can have a rural lifestyle and be right around the corner from, you know, downtown. So all these things can happen in our community, and they're really innovative ways to use this abandoned space.
All right. Well, listen. I'm proud of LEAP. I think that, quite honestly, that the mayor's office should have used the CDAD framework and should use LEAP as the example of what other communities can and should be doing. So we know best what should happen with our own neighborhoods, with some assistance from these urban planning experts.
Yes,
I mean, you know,
absolutely.
is that your background?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So you're an urban planner.
Yes. And I'm a native Eastsider, so.
She's not just beautiful, she's smart, and she's from here. I'm just saying. So who better than you to redesign this part of the community? So
Just have to be ahead of the curve in terms of how we shape the direction of those communities.
don't you love her? I love her, and I know you do too. So thank you again. And so if you are, if you want to look at those Google maps and to find out all the data, that you can see it for yourself, there is a link here in this story. So just click on it. All right. So stay connected. Tell people that PughAndYou.com is your place for all the information you need. Job information, interesting community spotlights like this one, other ways for you to get involved. We have our whole What You Can Do brochure that you can just click on and download right here on the site. And of course, stay connected on Facebook and Twitter. See you later.